Hello everybody, and welcome back to Animal Crossing New Leaf. Welcome, Amiibo! Today, we have mail, and I have a couple letters I can get rid of. Oh, no, I have this one here from Gulliver. I can get rid of that right away. From Fuchsia. I bought this shirt because it was on sale, but when I tried it on, I realized I didn't like it. I know you can pull off anything, so take it. Stop by and show me how it looks. It's gonna be bad, isn't it? It's gonna be bad. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Yeah, that look don't work. Yeah, today I actually have a topic that, like, I keep coming back to every now and again. And I'd love to get you guys' opinion on it. I'm pretty sure no one's really replied to me on this one before. How do y'all feel about remasters? And I mean, like, across the board. Like, basic thoughts. He opens at 10. That's so long from now. Good morning, S-Spot. I can help you. Want to chat? Rather than stand around here chatting, why don't we go hang out at my house? The place isn't anything special, but I'd love to have yours. Sure, we can go. But yeah, like, I got thinking of that because of the, I was watching one of the streamers I watch play the 1,000 Year Door remaster, and he was like, yeah, you know, like, basically one of his chat members was like, hey, you know, people always ask for remasters and complain when they get them. And it's like, kind of, it's more people complain when they get bad remasters. And, like, we do know what makes a good remaster. Just make yourself at home. And, like, the two easiest examples I can go to, because they're both also RPGs, is the Final Fantasy VII remaster and Star Ocean Second Story R. The Final Fantasy VII remaster took Final Fantasy VII, ripped out everything that people back in the day liked about it except the visual spectacle, and is selling it back to you a disc at a time as full-priced games, and it's so obviously a cash grab. It's so embarrassing for me knowing you're inspecting everything in my room. I'm just kind of standing here, actually. Meanwhile, you get Star Ocean Second Story R, that, yes, is the price of a new release game. It also had about the effort of a new release game put into it, updating the visuals, balancing out the game, you know, tidying up story elements, adding new scenes, adding secrets, adding little bits of new content, while keeping the same gameplay, the same soul of the original. That's a good remaster. I set out what I'm going to wear the night before, that way I don't have to rush in the morning. But sometimes I forget to lay up my clothes and they end up looking like decorations. Guess that's not really a bad thing, since I like all my clothes. You mean like this shirt and this shirt? Are those ones you end up setting out? If I lay in my alpine bed and I try to read, I always end up falling asleep. I don't get through 3 pages at a time, so I start reading while standing up. I mean, if you just had a chair, you could solve that problem. Thinking of my emperor butterfly. It's not just a pet. Not very good at catching bugs, so I was hoping I'd get better after living with one for a while. But I learned a lot from it. Yeah, and I caught it for you. I knew you had it. I am gonna go, because I've been in here for a while. It's great. Really think so? I actually think it could use a lot of improvement, so I'm happy to hear you say that. Now you've motivated me, I'll work extra hard to make sure this place is wonderful. So it was fun. I mean, so far. I don't know how my day's gonna go. Life is weird right now. So I apologize if I'm kind of off in these videos. Life is weird right now. But, yeah, like, I'm personally, when it comes to remasters, in the camp of when they're done right, I love them. Like, Star Ocean 2's remaster. I love that remaster. It's so good. You know, it took the original, made it harder, added a few mechanics, kept the battles the same, while also still adding a few little fun mechanics to make battles even more fun. And, you know, overall kept the game the same. It basically turned it into what I think everyone envisioned the game to look like when they were kids. Like, if you were to go and watch like my stream VODs of playing through Star Ocean 2's remaster, there is a lot of like my first. I'm glad this isn't the money rock. I didn't even notice the flower there. My first time like stepping into Arlia. That was exactly how I always imagined Arlia to look. You know, like, that was quite literally what I had always envisioned. Yeah, I'm just gonna put this here for now. Like, getting to, like, Cross Castle, that also was, like, it was so perfect to how I'd always imagined Cross Castle to look. Sinking Click, like, it all was exactly as I'd always imagined it. Been open to see you, cowboy. What can I do for you? It's the latest. I think I'm gonna give some to Mott. Can you deliver it for me? Why? Because I'm shy, can't you tell? I'll take care of it, Kurlos. I mean, I don't want to give Mott more stuff, but, you know, if it's helping out Kurlos, then that's fine by me. It's not really a rush. Now, is Mott home, or do I need to find him out and about somewhere? He's home. Okay. But, like, now, I can't speak too much to the Final Fantasy VII Remaster, because I haven't played it myself. But I have seen it being played. And it doesn't... It's not Final Fantasy VII. It's just not. It's a whole new game. Like, I'm gonna tear right into this. Hey, a big dot tank. Well, I'll just secretly try that on later. Try it now! Really? Okay, you talked me into it. That's right, Cleats. I make... You make it look great. Give the... Mott. An apple. Alright. I mean, it's kind of like the same thing as, like, Final Fantasy 16. And just how different it is compared to every other Final Fantasy game. Well, nearly every other Final Fantasy game. Like, I can understand why people are disappointed with that game and didn't care for it. I can also understand why people did like it. Like, I go back to the argument that Jesse Cox made around that game, where he's like, but it has all the same, you know, it's the same sort of setting with the same bad guys, with the... It's like, yeah, but it doesn't have the same soul. It doesn't have the same gameplay. It doesn't have what we've come to have been trained to want and expect out of Final Fantasy. Like, that's the problem. If it had been, you know, what we had always been, you know, basically trained to expect, no one would have cared that it was different. What everyone would have cared about was whether the game itself was good, not whether or not it even had Final Fantasy-esque gameplay to it. You know, the best way I could put it is like, with the argument that Jesse was making was basically like, well, you know, they and it is what the director even said. Like, the goal wasn't to make a game that Final Fantasy fans would like. The goal was to make a game to get new fans in the door. But the problem with that mentality is a simple one. And I can explain it using a basic, really a very basic explanation. Well, example. Let's imagine for a moment that to try to get more people through the door, McDonald's stopped selling cheeseburgers and instead started selling tofu. Sure, that would probably get some vegans through the door. And that would probably get them some, you know, it would probably get them some new customers that they didn't have before. What it wouldn't do... What, you found fleas? Guess I should have been more thorough when taking showers. You saved me. Thanks for that, cowboy. What it wouldn't do is appease the customers they already have. Seems quiet today. I handed it over. Oh, before I forget, thank you so much for delivering the package to Mott. How was it? Did Mott say anything about it? Yep. Oh good, so Mott wore it, huh? I better go see him later then. Something going on between them two. Like, I can understand wanting to get new fans into a series, but you don't do that by causing the old fans to go, what is this? You get that by making a game that's gonna have the old fans wanting to recommend it to their friends. You know, and when most of the old fans are going, what even is this? This isn't Final Fantasy. This isn't the series I love. That's going to make it a lot harder to get new fans through the door because they're hearing, you know, just looking up the game, they're seeing all these old fans being like, this isn't good. This isn't Final Fantasy. This isn't, you know. And again, that might get some fans through the door. It might get some people who never liked Final Fantasy to play a Final Fantasy game. But at the cost of probably more fans that, you know, would have bought it had it just been what they wanted. You know, what they were expecting. And, like, you can't always appease everybody. But, like, just using the example of Star Ocean Second Story R, if that remaster had been terrible, you can bet I would have been telling people to avoid it, even though I love that that game. I can't say the series because Star Ocean's had quite a few duds for, you know, their wins are really good, their duds are really bad. At least as Star Ocean games. Like, as just games themselves, none of the Star Ocean games are bad, but past, like, the first two Star Oceans are great. They're amazing games. They're great examples of what Star Ocean should be. 3 isn't a bad game, but it is a bad Star Ocean game. 4 isn't a bad game, but it's an awful Star Ocean game. You know, it's that sort of thing. I can't speak to the most modern game. I have not played it. I really should. I keep mentioning it, and every time I mention it, I'm like, I have it installed. I could play it. But currently, I'm still working on my World of Warships Dockyard grind, and I'm so close to the end. I've got, like, 2 stages left to go, and then I'll have Wisconsin. And then I can rest for a little bit. Going to assess a fossil. Got a lot of stuff to sell today. We're simply splendid. Now, I don't know. If the turnip price is good, I might just take it just to play it safe. Because I did invest all of my money into turnips. But I kind of want to see... It's hard to decide, because, like, if we have a good price, we will probably have another good price. I don't know how many fertilizers I've bought. This probably isn't the 50th, though. No. Gabby! Buns, let's go for a walk, pretzel bun. I want to chat. Of this place, flowers and plants are just too pretty. They are. Now, like, it's just kind of one of those things of where... I have to sneeze. I have sneezed. Remasters are wanted. Like, there's a lot of us who would love to share our childhood games with people. Like, I love that Star Ocean 2 got a remaster, because that is, like, my favorite childhood game. It is probably my absolute #1 favorite game of all time. Like, admittedly, that does kind of jump around a little bit, but not enough to really, like, change my opinion much, you know? Like, for a while, I would say EVE Online I liked more. But, like, it was so close. Like, Star Ocean 2 has always at least been in the top 2. In one spot or the other. So, like, I love that I can now be like, hey guys, check out this really cool game that I played the crap out of when I was a kid that still holds up really fine today. Hey, Shrunk. Oh, good morning. Feels good out there in the nice weather, yeah? It does. So when you come by, would you like a coffee today? I would. Well, is that my usual again? And, like, the only time that I don't really care for remasters, and, like, this was one of the last times I made mention of remasters, was with, Super Mario RPG's remaster. And, admittedly, it was a really faithful remaster. I'm just in the camp of I didn't much care for that game, so I didn't much care for the remaster coming out. Like, that was my predicament there, was I just didn't particularly care about the game. Like, it's not a bad game, but, like, it's far from one that, like, I'd say even needed a remaster. Like, Star Ocean 2 needed at the very least re-released. Because there was no way to play that game legitimately. At least, like, on modern hardware. Like, because the last release that they did of it was Second Evolution on the PSP. So, like, you know, there was definitely a case to be made for a remaster. You can play Mario RPG on Nintendo Switch Online. So, like, you can play it legitimately for effectively free, because those are technically the free bonuses of having Nintendo Switch Online. I myself see it as the reason to have Nintendo Switch Online, other than to play Splatoon. But, you know, I do really like how this park is looking, but I think I am going to need to demolish the lamppost. And then move these bushes. And then put the lamppost right here. I think that's what I'm going to have to do. I wonder if I can just place a lamppost there. If I can, I'm going to do that, and then I'll demolish the other one after. Because if I can't even place one there, then there's no point even continuing with that line of thought. Because it might be too close to the train tracks. I might... And, like, it's in such an awkward position with the rock right there. And, like, I swear to God, Isabel, if you're like, oh no, we need 2 squares around it, and then, like... 4 squares back. It's like, Isabel, we don't. We need a 1x1 square. I would like to start work on another street lamp project. Okay. If I understand this right, and it's mostly just through trial and error, it places it a square above you. Okay, yeah, that is exactly where it should go. It's gonna destroy 1 tulip and a bush, but that's fine. I'm gonna need to destroy the other bush anyway, because otherwise this isn't gonna work. So, yep. Let's put it there. I don't care about it destroying the 1 tulip. I mean, I care, but, like, I don't care that much. Okay, we'll demolish the other street lamp, like, tomorrow. Because I can just fund this right now. Bam. I do look forward to the completed project. That should allow me to place things where I want them placed. The sandpit might have some problems because the rock is pretty close. I'm pretty sure it needs 4 spaces behind it, and there's only 3 behind it. But we can worry about that when we get there. I think I'm going to work on this park from the top down. Yeah, this is how you get rid of bushes. Okay. Now to go and get... those were holly bushes, I think. Hello, Carlos. Hey, cowboy, I heard that people are calling you Hun. Love the sound of that. Yeah, I don't mind, Carlos. I think everyone in town is calling me Hun now, except for Mott, who still calls me Cleats. Clearly, Hun took off a lot better than Cleats did. Hello, Velma. Hello there, Hun. Running into you is always a nice surprise. Wanna chat? I'm trying to catch a chair. A char. I was like, catch a chair? Wait, I think that's a waterfall fish. Yes. It's also available 4 a.m. to 9 a.m., 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. I can see what I can do for you, Velma. I make no promises. They're very uncommon. They're also worth a good chunk. Like, they're worth 3,800 bells each, so. Okay. So, I want this. And I need 2 hollies. I'm actually kind of worried I'm not going to have a good turnip price later today. And yeah, I love how I was like, you guys should give me opinions on what to do with the park. And then I'm like, no, I think I'm just going to move it to the back. Because, like, there's nothing much I can do with the street lamp where it was. Like, that's kind of the problem. Plant that holly. Plant this holly. And then plant the cedar sapling in between them. And that's what I'll be doing on this other side, is putting a cedar sapling right in here. I just need, you know, the Nooklings to actually have another cedar sapling. But okay. I think I will meet you guys back here in the afternoon as I buy our painting from Red, as well as I will be attempting to catch a char, which means I need to come back after 4. And I'm back. I really hope we have a good turnip price. I really am getting the feeling that we're having another just bad week, which kinda sucks. I also completely forgot we had Crazy Red. Good thing opening his guide does not take long. Okay. Let's see. He's got a lot of statues today. Yeah, Red, I know, I'm aware. Okay. Mr. Man. His hand needs to be up. There's a bite out of that leaf. French girl. Let's see. Always genuine. And she should have short hair. Okay. So this is the only option. I think we already have this one, but I'll take it anyway. Just to say I have it. Yes, Red, yes. I know, I'm aware. I know how you work, Red. I am very, very aware. I am so tired. I apologize. As I may mention, life's just been complicated. Like, it's just been complicated. I don't want to talk about it. I do need to get myself a char. Get myself a nice little Charmander, so I can give it to Velma. Okay, not seeing anything. I don't know where exactly it counts as the waterfall, so I'm also not going to try a huge amount. Like, I'm obviously putting in some effort here, but, like, I'm not going to, like, spend the next hour trying to get a char or something. Trying to think of even just stuff to talk about. I don't really know anything. My brain is just tired pudding. And still nothing. Yeah, let's just head straight up in here. Walk this little loop. And then we'll head back down. And maybe that'll actually cause something to spawn there. I don't know if that's sufficiently far away. Nah, it doesn't look like it. Because, like, I don't know if this counts as the waterfall. Or if just the bit up ahead does. Well, I missed that fish anyway. I really cannot think of things to talk about. Yawning. I suppose I could go check retail. I don't know if I have the energy to catch a char, but I want to try. I fail at everything else. I may as well try this. Jeez, I am. That just came out. Okay. Okay, brain. Thing is, the char is also an uncommon fish, and I don't know if we have one or not. We have the stringfish, which is rarer. Okay, that's ocean stuff. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we do not have a char yet, so I would need to catch 2 of them. Yeah. I would need to get 2. That's a lot. Cause I mean, like, I could catch 1 and just give it directly to Velma, but, like, the museum. Okay, let's come check turnips. I don't think I have the energy to try and catch 2 chars. Ugh, jeez. I am so tired. I've barely been sleeping, so. Turnip prices. 86. The price is dropping a little. That's not a good sign. Okay. Where I'm so tired, I think I'm just gonna end things off here. Our turnip prices were not great, which sucks. But hey, maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow is always another day. I mean, it is only Tuesday, so. With that, I thank you all very much for watching. Where is my shovel? There it is. And hopefully I shall see you back here tomorrow for more Animal Crossing New Leaf Welcome Amiibo. See you all then.